Unfortunately, we are back exactly where I thought we would be. But that's okay. Not a big loss. Might as well give you some stuff now, because I
Let's
already
distribute
know
the
I'm
weight.
being encumbered. I'm gonna put some of these things together first. And I think that's everything I can do. Now, your turn.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah. You take those things. That'll be good. Oof. Sorry, guys. Alrighty. Probably not the worst idea to do another save. Okay, we're going this way. So as I was saying before, I believe I am headed towards a NCR camp where we should be able to rusty dues.
Don't need this right now.
Alrighty then. Continuing on. Can I jump it? Okay, here we are. Not officially yet, but we're here. Now we're officially here. Saving is good. I think we want to look in this big tent at the end for a quest giver.
The ranger. Ah, hell. What is it now? I've been here since the first push into Vegas. Back in the day, this camp was the hotspot for conflicts with the Legion, Raider tribes, you name it. These days, I spend most of my time trying to beat a little discipline into the soldiers under my command. They've gotten soft with no action. Yeah, well, somebody has to wrangle those washouts and losers. Somebody's got to turn them into a real fighting force.
And you feel like the NCR is best fit for that? Okay.
Disappointed. We call them the misfits for a reason. They're undisciplined, lazy, and they have absolutely no esprit de corps. The squad leader's got some promise, kid named Mags. But as for the rest,
Well,
I don't see much
hello.
hope.
Thank you
I'm
for
going to make them
joining.
shape up if it kills me, though.
Nice to see
Or
you
them,
here
for that
again
matter.
today. Or read you here again today. Whatever.
You're welcome to try. Hell, maybe they'll listen to somebody they don't see as an authority figure.
We're just looking for some NCR questing to do.
Man, it's my life. Yeah, well,
That's everything interesting he's got, I believe.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
None of you have names. Therefore, you are not interesting. Okay. Where am I going now? Up here? Food.
Hello.
They're all just standing here right at the door like creepazoids.
I'm not supposed to know this, but I hear they're dispatching elite ranger units from California to deal with the Legion. He did, huh? Well, good luck with that. You'd have an easier time teaching radroaches to march in formation. Well, if you ask me, what we really need is to get this whole squad out on the practice range, shape up our marksmanship and explosive skill. I'm sure the others have their own ideas, though.
I don't think I've got the skill set for that one right now. No, explosives are only at 18, guns at 36. That's not gonna work at all.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a new... Howdy, great to see you. To me? I'll tell you what I think this squad needs. That's right. Folks just don't talk to other folks. And everybody's always cross with each other. That'd be swell. Only if they knew the idea came from me, they probably wouldn't take you serious no more. So maybe you ought to think about it first. And I sure hope you're more convincing than I am, or they ain't gonna listen.
We'll see what everyone else's
Hey.
ideas are. I think
I'm
his
assuming
idea
you
is to
aren't
hack
associated
something.
with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you? That seems highly illogical. What reason would he have for doing that? This is an unexpected variable. I had hoped to coast on an easy wave of mediocrity to a cushy government pension.
What is this guy, a Vulcan?
Your insults are both unhelpful and unwanted. I'll thank you to keep them to yourself.
Well, you're welcome.
And what do you propose? An intriguing proposition. Company readiness reports are logged on the computer systems at the resort. If you hack the system, you could alter our records. Such an attempt, however, is likely to thwart efforts to motivate the squad to do actual work. If such is your goal, you should look elsewhere.
Definitely an option.
The Ranger vets are on their way from Bob.
And
What
is
you
your
want,
idea?
Holmes? Yo, I'll tell you what this squad needs. A healthy dose of angry juice. Psycho, the big red one. I used to run with the fiends. I still got the hookups. Smuggle some in and you'll see an improvement. Hello.
I think the option best
The ranger
suited to
vets are
my
on their way from
character
Baja.
right now is this softy guy's idea of making them all friendly friends.
Never seen one before, but I...
We'll
Howdy,
see how
great
his
to see
idea
you.
goes.
They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life. Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers.
Them Legion fellers.
Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 young'uns or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though.
Somehow, even through the apocalypse, Christianity has prevailed. How?
I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart.
heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
What you want, Holmes? We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig? Shit, maybe you're right. Guess I ought to give him a shot. Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in the Boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know? I joined up to get out. My family's still back there. Shit, honey, it was this or the Fiends. And Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way the badasses with the top-shelf guns are on my side.
I don't know about the badasses or the top shelf guns being anywhere near the NCR. I'd say the top shelf guns, at the very least, are somewhere between the Brotherhood and the Van Graffs.
Glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet.
Just talking to her while I stand up on the table like I'm gonna do the "Oh Captain, my Captain" speech or something.
Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers. Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it? Yeah. I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me. You really think so? Hell, I guess it's worth a shot. I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get. Sure, see you around.
Hello. You've done an excellent job ingratiating yourself to the top brass. I assume this is some sort of stratagem?
This guy's definitely a Vulcan.
In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me. You're trying to appeal to my ego. I must admit it's an effective tactic. All right, I'll help. But only because I want to see if it's even possible. To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need.
He gives off more of an I have a
I somehow
theoretical
suspect
degree in
you'll be back
physics
to converse
kind of
with me later.
vibe.
Howdy, great to see you.
Well, your plan worked, buddy.
Boy, the squad sure is working together a lot better now. I think we're gonna be A-okay.
Yay, we win.
Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin.
Doesn't
Didn't
really
ever have no
sound like he's
problems,
from
really, except for
California.
some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas.
Wonder if there's more people we ought to be talking to. Maybe that guy has a second quest. I don't remember. I know there were some before that I couldn't finish because the NCR was just real mad at me.
The Ranger... Well, their test scores are only marginally improved, but I'm hearing good things about the Misfits' teamwork. Yeah, whatever.
All right. I think that's about all we have to do here then. I wonder if there's people inside the big building that have quests. Or if I can even go in there. I usually don't try. I kind of just forget to. But we're gonna find out. Theoretically, you have to be able to
Hey,
go inside,
glad you're with
because
us.
that guy told me to go inside. I think that's how you go hack into stuff. Well, let's see what there is to see. Okay. Not a bad little ammo stockpile to raid. House. Still haven't decided whether he's gonna live or die.
Patrolling the Mojave almost
don't
makes
have
you wish
names.
for a nuclear winter.
Oh, does it?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Nothing makes me wish for winter. Lots of stuff to steal around here if I decide to say fuck the NCR and kill everybody. Oh, so much to steal. This place is well stocked. Why don't I come in here more? Don't need to do that. We did it the other way. You don't have a name either. But this one I can hack, and that's okay. Oh, one of the people outside. Nope. Really? This one has like none? Nope.
We won't go.
I'm not even really sure what I'm hacking into. There we go.
Legion can count on that.
So that's what I was doing. But no quests. No one giving quests anyway. Sweep the upstairs.
Hey,
Who said hey? I don't see anybody around.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Taking that. Did you just hear a ghoul? Certainly not going that way. No name ranger. I don't remember which way I came from. Was I already here? You don't have a name either. Doesn't appear that I can break into that.
we won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Yes, dear. More storage. Sciencey stuffs. doing anything.
Hey.
Well, I think that's about it. And we found 0 quests in here. But hey, we tried. Where else can we go? We could wander sort of that way. Wander up yonder. And we will do a little bit of gardening. Fun. That could have gone worse. That's an old nest. And what have we found over that way? I need anti-venom. I'm not doing so good. That should solve it. Uh-oh. Much Deathclaw. Kinda had a feeling there was all sorts of Deathclaw over there too. What else is hitting me? Ah. Fuzzy one. Now I'm poisoned again. What? Did Eddie take care of a Deathclaw or did it just run away? Where did it go? That would be particularly impressive. I think he killed it. Look at you go, Eddie.
Don't need this right now.
They are doing a pretty efficient job of taking out those Deathclaws. I'm impressed. What? I thought I did the anti-venom. Can't go in there yet. I'm not sure exactly what all is around me. But let's do a little save. And continue on. Something angry nearby, but I'm not sure what. Seems a pretty good chance it could be Deathclaw, though.
Tag me. Give me a doctor bag. Time for some get even. Time for some get even.
Alright.
Let's get this in gear. Someone's looking to cash their chips early.
I don't know if we're gonna try for that right now. I don't know, that's a lot of them. If we go over here, we could go rescue the party hat. That could be fun. You guys have any suggestions? What should we do? I don't think we've been to see the Brotherhood yet. Maybe we have. We could go check in with House. Let's do that. It's a little something to do. If any of you guys have a suggestion, feel free to pop it into the chat.
Someone's looking to cash their chips early.
He's pretty good at taking care of random fights that appear. Took out a couple of Deathclaws. That was impressive. I think they were young Deathclaws. But that's still impressive for a companion. At some point, we need to do something to meet the Omertas or learn enough about them that we can go get the Pimp Boy. We have to learn why they're not buying weapons from Mick and Ralph anymore.
Where to, partner?
And then they'll give us the Pimp Boy. But you have to do it before you finish the quests for the Omertas. I can't exactly remember the name of the quest. I'm sure it'll come to me sometime when it's not important anymore. let's go up and see house.
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patch.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it.
It's especially funny that he would phrase it that way because I used the Black Widow perk to sleep with Benny and then murder him immediately after. So, he was definitely handled.
I'll be happy to satisfy your every curiosity once the platinum chip has been delivered. Our terms were clear. Now that you have the chip in your possession, any attempt to renegotiate payment would be tantamount to blackmail.
Okay, we'll let him have it.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious.
Well, hello, kid.
So very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made. Yes, so far as you've seen, all it does is change the picture on the Securitron's face screens from policemen to soldiers. But as you'll see, some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and you'll see what I mean. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I.
Nice. The Tops.
This part is pretty cool.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would.
This is
I
gonna be
expect
loud,
you're well
just so
familiar
you
with
guys
my
know.
Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip.
I mean, of course it is.
I'm surprised you can still underestimate me after everything you've seen. I haven't shown my hand. I've shown one card. I've given my enemies a single provocative datum upon which to fixate. They have no idea what other cards I'm holding, It's a strong hand, believe me. I dealt it to myself.
Well, that's cheating.
The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam.
I think I might do something unconventional and actually let Mr. House live through to the end of this play. I might change my mind later, but I'm leaning towards it. I'm doing a bunch of stuff different than I usually do just to mix it up. So, it's one of the things on the list of considerations. Attack Mr. House. That's not actually Mr. House.
Outside New Vegas, at what was once called Nellis Air Force Base, resides an unusual tribe known as the Boomers.
Ooh, we're gonna go see the Boomers.
They are, shall we say, aggressively reclusive. They have several howitzers they fire at anyone who dares approach the base. Artillery of this sort has a range of several miles. If it's going to fire on Hoover Dam, I want it firing at my targets. If not, then I want to make sure that the Boomers don't sign similar treaties to fire their guns in support of the NCR or Caesar's Legion.
I really don't think you want them firing any of their general boom booms in the direction of the dam if you want it to actually function. But maybe that's not part of his plan. Maybe he's got some, like, secret hidden dam.
Use extreme caution when approaching the base. Their firepower is considerable. Recently, one of my roaming Securitrons observed a man near the base studying the pattern of its artillery fire. Maybe he's learned something.
There's also the run straight through it and then just heal yourself while you run option. It usually works. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. Let's definitely put a little something on here because it needs a good boost. And what else needs a good boosting? Maybe lockpick is handy, but I think I'm gonna put that on melee weapons because I really need to upgrade my melee attacks a little bit before I go to Big Mountain. And that'll up my repair and my medicine. Cool. I got to have it both ways. Am I allowed to just use this now? I am. I gotcha. Am I gonna have to go to the suite to get my companions? No, they're down here. And you.
Let's hit the road.
Let's do it. Alright, we've got about 3 hours left of the stream.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops?
Maybe.
Oh, well, we heard, we meaning the followers of the apocalypse, that you had been in there, the Lucky 38, I mean. And we were wondering if you could help us. If it's not too much trouble, of course. This is important enough to the followers that we scraped together the caps required for the credit check. And I'm staying at Vault 21, which is pretty cheap, for the Strip anyway. Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on.
Thank you for joining.
Well, except for you.
Scotland. That's cool. I think that's one of the farther away people that I've had join into the stream so far. Got a couple people that watch in the UK, and I think one day someone said they were in Australia. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for being here. I'd love to go to Scotland someday.
Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses.
I like your name there, Big Boss Aiden of Scotland. I've got a friend who has boss tattooed on their chest. Like, the Lonely Island like a boss. That was the inspiration. If you know who the Lonely Island is. I know, right? Like, if this pandemic ever ends, I can't wait for the world to reopen and be like a safe place to go do life again. I miss mosh pits. I want to go places.
Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps. Great! I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back.
Yeah,
Here,
December,
take this packet
exactly.
sniffer. It'll allow us to
he's got
intercept
that
data on
song like
Mr.
a
House's
boss.
network.
So
You might
a
have
friend
to
of mine
manually
got it,
remove
like,
the encryption from his
tattooed
data
right here on
network,
their
but
chest.
hopefully you won't have too much trouble.
Mostly
Good
for
luck.
like the shock and laugh factor, I think. I don't know, I like it. I used to be like really into the Lonely Island because they're pretty fucking hilarious. Okay, so whilst we are right here, we might as well go do this. And then it's taken care of. You have no idea how many times in like a week or sometimes even in a day, anytime I drop something, I feel this like unsuppressible urge to just yell something about how I took it and I threw it on the ground. I am a metal fan. I saw a couple years ago, I had a really big year where I made really good money at work and my bills were really low. So I had like all this money to spend on concerts. And I think I saw like 62 separate bands that year. Not separate concerts, but separate bands. There's probably more like 20-25 concerts. Most of them had multiple bands. But it was the most amazing year. It was just glorious. I saw Slayer twice on their final tour. I saw Metallica on their final tour. That was a great show. I do like Five Finger Death Punch. I saw them back in like 2011, 2012. And when I watched their show at the concert, the drummer had this like body suit that glowed and this overlay for his drum kit that made like sex noises. So there was this huge drum solo in one of the songs that was just like weird sex noises. And I still wish to this day that I had like a video of that. And I tried so hard to find videos online and I could not find it, but it was the coolest thing. It was so cool. Oh, my favorite song? I'm so bad at choosing favorite songs. I really like I Apologize. I'm so bad at remembering song titles, but most of theirs make sense. I don't know. Like, it kind of depends on the mood that I'm in that day, what my favorite song from any band is. It changes a lot. Old school industrial. That sounds interesting. For a little while, I started getting really into, like, lo-fi. Like, sad boy emo lo-fi. It's just really chill for, like, working and listening to at the same time and stuff. Oh, Jekyll and Hyde, that's a really good one. I want to change my answer. I think that one's probably my favorite. Oh, and also, where's my Binksy boy? Thank you for that new follow, you guys. Binksy gets a treat. Here, I'll back up so everyone can see you a little bit. I don't know how much you guys can see him, but maybe he'd like to come up and say hello. We haven't done that for a little while. Do you want to come up and say hi? Oh, yeah, that's my big sausage roll. This is Binks, the chocolate puggo. He really likes his cuddles. Every time I leave the room, I find him sitting in my chair, waiting to demand cuddles when I return. He's such a silly boy. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you're real cute. I'm sorry, you can't stay on my lap. That only works when it's Netflix time. Sorry, buddy. I had a short hardstyle phase. There's not a lot of it that I can put up with anymore. I have some friends that are into like more techno-y type stuff. I try to give everything a chance. I have heard of them, but I couldn't name you a song. But I'm pretty sure that I've probably heard some of Ailstorm's music without knowing it, because I have friends that I know listen to them. I saw Bad Wolves a couple years ago, actually a couple different times. I don't know if I've ever seen I Prevail. But yeah, Bad Wolves put on a decent show. The Algorithm and Alien Vampires. Those are bands that I don't know. Where are they based? Where are you from, Liggy? That's right, I forgot about that. When I was younger, I spent like a lot of my time with my grandma, and she was really into country music. And one of her favorite country artists is Johnny Reed. And I believe he is Scottish. I'm pretty sure he's Scottish. I actually really like his music. He puts on a good show. I don't listen to a lot of country, but I really like Johnny Reed. Like, I don't dislike country music, but I don't choose it. I grew up in Saskatchewan, so I was raised on, like, country music, Journey, and ABBA. And classic rock. I think we can head back out of the Lucky 38 now. I will definitely have to look them up after the stream. I'm always looking for new music.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet? Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online. It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today. Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
Okay, now we dealt with that quick quest. We can head out to the Boomers. We can just fast travel from here. Reasonably closer, I think. Remove that. Haven't actually been to Jimmy's well, so we gotta walk from the ranch. No. I speak no other languages than English. I know random tidbits of various other languages, but, like, I don't think I could string together a sentence. I know a little bit of French, a couple words, maybe, in German, a teeny smidge of Cree. I've forgotten most of it. I tried to learn my grandma's Cree, but she didn't speak the language. So, I tried to learn from, like, the internet, but that shit's hard. Yeah, that sounds a little slight bit ear-bleedish. Yeah, I'm playing on PC. I'm playing on my super awesome HP Pavilion laptop. It is not ideal, really. I have some issues, but it's doing pretty good for what it is. I am looking into gaming PCs and gaming laptops. I don't really have the space for a PC. So I just have, like, a little desk. It's a little teeny desk, like, this is the edges of it. It has space for my laptop and everything I have right now, but I don't have a lot of room for anything bigger. But I would like sometime in the near future to upgrade my laptop. Hebrew? That would be an interesting one to learn. Yeah, I mean, I have a friend, a couple friends actually in my city, who could totally build me a PC
better slow down,
for a really
or you'll get
reasonable
blown
price.
up like the rest of the idiots who thought
I
they'd
just don't know if
scavenge
I
in
have the
Boomer
space
territory.
for that.
Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well
I'm
worth
staying
the
with
investment.
a friend right now. I don't have, like, a whole place of my own. So I kind of am just, like, commandeering a portion of their office for my stream. And I'm making it work. But it's a little squishy. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be huge. But if I'm gonna put the money in to build a PC from scratch, I'm probably gonna make sure I don't have to upgrade my computer for a while. I think I'm probably just gonna end up eventually. I'm saving up money for it right now. I intend to pick up a laptop that I can use for all my gaming, and then I'll continue running the stream from my current laptop, and it should really help to smooth everything out. And I've got my eye on a couple of laptops that will actually be able to run all the games I want to play. Silly Binks. My current laptop won't necessarily run all the things I'm interested in playing. Like, I have a couple friends who are playing Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, and that will 100% not play on my computer. Fallout 4 was a stretch, but I got it to play. And I was thinking about checking out Doom Eternal, but it won't play on my laptop either. So, upgrades are forthcoming in an ASAP sort of fashion. You're addicted to Tarkov? I have 2 people that I host, Thundersnooch and Kraken. Both occasionally are playing Tarkov. It used to be all the time, but right now there's an event going on in ESO, so that's what's happening, at least until the event is over.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you. I'm a gambler and a scavenger.
But yeah, if you want to check out their stream when they're doing Tarkov sometime,
some cash
I don't
from
know if you've checked it out
reclaiming
before.
goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
Ooh, a new gifted sub. Thanks, guys. You know what? For that, we're gonna give Binksy another treat. Who gets a treat? What a good boy. Are you a good boy? Yeah, you're a good boy. Aw, that's awesome, guys. I got a kitty wandering around here somewhere. Sometimes she's getting into trouble. But I don't think that was her, because I see her sleeping in her bed like the good little kitten she rarely is. Well, we only do Treater Day once a week. For exactly this reason. And I've been looking into some healthier treat options. In the future, if we have a lot more follows and subs coming in, I think what I'm gonna do is like every so many new followers and subs, like every 3 or 5 new followers, Binks gets a treat. Because, of course, keeping him healthy and not too much of a chunky sausage roll is more important. His health is obviously more important than follows. But I've also discovered that he likes frozen mixed veggies. And that seems like it's pretty healthy for him. So, yeah, I could try broccoli. I don't think he's ever experienced broccoli. I usually don't buy it. I actually really like broccoli too, so if he won't eat it, I will totally eat it. I was like one of those weird kids who loves broccoli, especially with cheese sauce. Broccoli. He's staring at me like he thinks he needs another treat right now, but I don't think that would work. You demand a Discord for my channel? I had been thinking about possibly setting up a Discord. I've been like watching videos on YouTube and stuff, trying to figure out some tips to improve the stream, make it more interesting for you guys and stuff. And a lot of people suggested that you wait until you have a larger community and like more like a larger group of people coming in and chatting all the time before you set up a Discord, or it gets boring for people in the Discord not having enough people to interact with. But yeah, that's a cool idea. When we get to 100 followers, we could set up a Discord. I like that. I can post it on social and let everyone know, and we're actually pretty close to that. We would be almost there if we beat our record today. Because I think I started at 82 or 85 today. And my record is 7. 7 follows in one stream. That's the record we're trying to beat today. And if we beat our record, we would be very, very close to that 100 followers. So what do you think, Binksy? Do you like that idea? Yeah? He votes yes. He's on board. Alright, it's a deal. We get to 100 followers, I will set up a Discord. Hey, look at that. We've actually got 12 people watching right now, so that's pretty cool. If there was that many people chatting in a Discord, that would be not boring, I think.
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the boomers? What rock have you been living under? They're a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat. There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager. Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money. All right, I suppose I can cut you a deal, but not a cap lower. I gotta make a living here. Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, I'll pay double your wager if you make it back.
Usually I just shoot him for fun, so I don't even remember if he's actually here to pay you when you get back or not. Now... if I recall, it's almost just as easy to do like this. Oh, that one really hit me. I usually hide better than this. I didn't want to fuck around with the whole dive, duck, dip, dodge, and dive thing. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. I said it wrong, but I got all the right words. This cop was hiding, trying to give people surprise tickets, and then he died. The evidence is here forever.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
I'm special.
But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces. Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
Mother of Pearl.
As I said, she is our eldest. Mother Pearl has lived at Nellis from the start, and has the wisdom of her age. She said that this day would come, and that any savage to reach our gate should be brought to her. I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its population. I wasn't the one firing the howitzers. If you want to see how good I am at killing savages, I can show you. Or you can accept Mother Pearl's invitation. It's your choice. Follow close and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
Oh, good. The game crashed. Thanks, Bethesda. Well, that's not cool. Did my computer freeze? I have no mouse. Where's my cursor? Okay, now I have a cursor. That's good. Good news. Well, I'm gonna reload. The boomers and the zoomers. That would be very interesting. Alright, we're gonna try and reboot. Hopefully it's not gonna crash the computer on us, because that would be sad. While we reload, I don't know how you guys would feel about it, but I was looking into a new game that, it's a new game that is also a very old game. It's Space Invaders Extreme or something like that. It's like their reboot edition of Space Invaders. I used to love Space Invaders. So I was thinking I might do a little bit of stream filler playing that sometime. I haven't actually bought the game yet. But if I do, I might do that for like a daily warm-up or something. Alright, cool. I know some people are here specifically because it's Fallout and they're here for the Fallout. And that will definitely still be a large part of the stream. But I'm sure not everybody wants to watch just Fallout New Vegas for the rest of forever. So, you know, I've been looking into some other things that I could fill in some time with.
Welcome, child.
Oh, hey,
Took
this
your
isn't so
sweet
bad.
time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit. Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
Those are interesting suggestions. Well, I'm glad you're in it for the long haul. That's good. It's nice to know that some people are gonna stick around even if I'm not playing Fallout. It'll probably have to wait until I get my new laptop. I might give it a try sometime streaming Fallout 4. But a lot of things are gonna have to wait till I get my new laptop. I'd like to stream some ESO, especially because right now we've got an event going on. But I tried to stream ESO one day, and I loaded the stream and then tried to load the game, and it wouldn't even load the loading screen of the game on Steam or Stadia, so that was sad. As long as I don't play Fortnite, there's a 100% chance I will not play Fortnite. There's like a 6% chance if I get really bored with all my games, I might at some point play Minecraft, but probably not for the stream. Mostly for shits and giggles.
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis. You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
I do have Wild Wasteland. It is always the first perk I grab, like, immediately, because it makes so many more parts of the game interesting. The Wild Wasteland things are really cool. I might do a Wild Wasteland tour one day for the stream. Just make a list of all my favorite ones and stop by and show them off for people that haven't played much Fallout. I know some of the people that come through and watch are considering starting or just started playing Fallout. So for those people I could do a little Wild Wasteland tour. I forgot to go check out the Aliens last playthrough, which is disappointing. I like the Aliens. Well, I consider Fallout a pretty 18 plus game too. Like, I have my stream set to mature content for this game, and I'm probably just gonna leave it that way because my stream is not terribly appropriate for youngins. I don't really feel comfortable having kids watch me play video games. I can't be held responsible for what I yell when I die. I think we need to get out of here. It says I want to talk to Pearl again, but I don't think I actually need to do that. I need to go help some folk. Let's see. I don't know if I've got the medical skills for this, but we're gonna find out. Where'd you go, Doc? I thought I just saw you. It's this one. He's just being lazy. A new follow!
I know
Bigsy,
Mother
do you know
Pearl
what
is
that
letting you
means?
wander Nellis as you
Bigsy
please,
boy!
outsider, but I have patience to tend to.
You got another treat. What a good boy you are. Oh yeah. Such a handsome little sausage. Thanks, guys. Was that a good treat? Yeah. Was that a good one? I need you to move out of the way. Thank you. I think I encountered them the other day. Like you're talking about the old ladies in the pink dresses with the, what's that? Rolling pins? I'm pretty sure I ran into them in Freeside. Because I already did the Fisto Roboto quest. And that's where you run into them. Or at least it's where I ran into them the last couple times. They will come at you in other places.
I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago.
Alright, happy
I've stabilized
lurking.
their wounds,
Thank
but
you.
they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training? If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good. I can take care of that robot problem for you. Just saying. Hello. Excellent treatment. I hadn't thought of that. I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around. That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you. Yes, outsider? Sorry, friend. We really don't have a need for Wasteland currency. Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least.
If you haven't seen the whole Grandma Wild Wasteland thing before, if you look back through my recordings and watch, if you can find when I was doing the quests for the Atomic Wrangler and rounding up Fisto Roboto and the other prostitutes, that is about when I ran into them. So you could go look that up in the recordings if you want to check that out. I think we're done with this fella. Where else do we need to go? This is the museum thing. Schoolhouse. Nope, not the museum. Different place.
Hello.
Are you interesting? You don't even have a real name. And there is Pearl. We're going over here. Into the hangar. Well, that's not necessarily true, because if you don't have Wild Wasteland when you go to see Fisto, then you may not have run into the grandmas. Although I feel pretty sure that they will come at you anywhere in Freeside, eventually, if you have Wild Wasteland.
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
I could definitely be wrong, though. Like, it's happened before. He was just there, and then he's gone. What fucking sorcery is this? Well...
So you're the outsider.
You have a little
Lived your
question.
whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us. What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well, I guess you'd call it a personal matter, but, well...
Yeah, I never really play
forget
without it either. It's always the first perk I grab, so... I don't have a lot of experience playing the game without Wild Wasteland on. Some things I'm surprised to learn are Wild Wasteland, because they've just always been there, as far as I know.
You think I'm handsome? Wow. I wonder if she does too. There's an outpost near here. The signs say, Crimson Caravan. It seems like they carry things to and fro for people out there. Well, every once in a while, I watch the outpost through one of the spotter's binoculars. And sometimes there's this girl there. This special girl. And sometimes it's like she's watching me back with her binoculars. Except she's probably just watching Nellis. I haven't tried waving.
Like most of the Wild Wasteland events, whatever you would call them, the Wild Wasteland stuff scattered across the Mojave is, a lot of it is like pop culture, general cultural references, and I can't remember what, but those old biddies with the rolling pins are a reference to some old movie or something, and I can't bring to mind what the reference is. But a lot of them are. Like, I'm not sure if the aliens are a reference to something, but there's like Luke's aunt and uncle from Star Wars. There's like their burnt corpses laying outside of a trailer, and in Big Mountain there's dogs playing poker. There is an Indiana Jones in a refrigerator somewhere near Good Springs. We found that one already on our first day, if anyone wants to go back and check that one out. I don't think in this playthrough we haven't seen many of the Wild Wasteland things yet. But if you pay attention, up in the corner of the screen, it'll say Wild Wasteland when we find something. Yes, that's right, it's a Monty Python reference. I couldn't remember what it was, but yes. Yes, I remember now. Oh, Stripe is a pain in the ass. Hard to kill if you go try and do that one unprepared. He is so strong. Sometimes I go in there and I forget to put on actual armor, and then he's just like, whap, one hit, and I'm dead, flying across the room. See, Stripe is, it's another one of the ones that, like, I didn't know that was Wild Wasteland. It's just never not been there. There has always been Stripe. And I don't always pay attention to the marker in the corner that tells me when things are Wild Wasteland, so a lot of times it's just a surprise.
Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels the same way? What if she comes here like you did? What if she gets blown up? What if she doesn't like me? Oh, geez. I better just let you handle it. I'm better with machines. They don't make my stomach queasy like this. That would be amazing. As in, I would thank you forever.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
Yeah, he's not a pleasant surprise. He is, I don't know. I think he's overpowered even for a Deathclaw. but I don't know to what degree. But he's real tough.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the two runways. Ha! If we had... No, we ran out of spares a while back, and Jack and I have been doing our best to patch the arrays up as best we can. Sadly, we're at our wits' end. There have to be spare parts somewhere around the Wasteland, but I just don't know where to direct you. You may have noticed we don't get out much. No. No. Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour. We dream to one day rule the skies.
Alright, we are done with him. Interesting place this is.
Nice day we're having.
Exit. Alright, cool. Thanks for being here. Let's see here. I don't know if our science skill is high enough, but we can try. That went quite well. Now we journey back to the hangar and talk to Loyal. And I believe he should send us after the B-52 under the water now, which is excitement. Where are you going? Going for a walk?
Whatever you're selling, we have plenty.
This way. And he's over here somewhere. We found you.
Hello, outsider. Need something? An impressive piece of work. I'll keep that in mind if jobs come up in the future. Don't get blown up.
That is excellent advice. I will do my best to don't get blown up. And out we go. Is there a specific one I'm supposed to use? Because he gave me the code. I don't know, I'm gonna save in case they get mad, but I'm gonna do it because he's said I could. But he gave me the access code, didn't he? I'm certain he gave it to me. Do I have to, like, read it? I was pretty sure he gave me a password. Maybe there's a different one?
Built in my lifetime.
I don't know.
I can take care of that robot problem for you. Just saying.
I can take care of that robot problem for you. Just saying.
Just a bunch
Whatever
of
you're
no-names.
selling, we have plenty.
Hungry for grub?
What do you got? I think I'm good.
Hello.
I don't know. Off we go. Okay. So we're supposed to return to Pearl. So off we go to return to Pearl.
You have done well to... I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. The people have come to accept having you around. Find Loyal and ask him about our people's fondest dream. He will tell you what to do next.
Now we got that quest I was looking for. We just have to go back and talk to Loyal. And we should be able to get the rebreather. And then we can go on our little underwater adventure.
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water. A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. But anyway, moving on. This bomber crashed down in Lake Mead, pretty damn near intact. When we got to Nellis, see, I found this article in a magazine all about it. There was another B-29 around here, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had a lot of spare parts, see? Get where I'm going? Since I was a young man, I've dreamed of raising that lady from the lake and bringing her back to life. What do you say? Simple. Attach deployable ballast to the plane and float it on up. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane, just hit the detonator from the shore and let buoyancy handle the rest. Maybe you don't understand. Hasn't been one of us, not a one, to set a foot outside Nellis in over 50 years. You come along with your knowledge of the outside, and it seems the time's come to raise the lady after all.
I have heard a little bit about it. I just recently started getting into Fallout 4. I put it off for a long time. So I still have a lot of learning to do about that one. And I just recently switched to PC from, like, I used to do all my gaming on PlayStation. So I still have to learn how to do mods and how all that stuff works.
Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane, attach the ballast, and hit the button.
I definitely think it could turn out really good.
Might try holding your breath. If that doesn't sound good enough, talk to Jack. He was working on a rebreather once.
And where is Jackie boy? Over here.
Have you seen her? Oh. I just need some parts from a pressure cooker to create a hermetic seal for the rebreather. That's a brilliant idea. I can put that together right now. Here you go. A new rebreather.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Guess that's all the scrap metal I had.
Like I said.
Alright. Now we are on our way out of here. Nope, that's not the door. That's the door. Okay, now seems like an excellent time to do a save. I think I'm also going to take this opportunity. I'll give you guys a nice pretty sky to look at. I'm going to take a super quick break. I'm gonna run and make some more G Fuel and see if Binks needs anything.